So I'm here at Broadband World Forum. I'm joined by Neil McRae from BT. Neil, good to see you. We're on the stand here, and we can hear there's a demo going on as we speak. It's about sort of 10 months, I think, since we last caught up on what BT's doing in the virtualisation field. When we last spoke, you talked about the importance of working around sort of the virtual data centres and bringing your cloud products to market. What's the update on that? What's the latest you can tell us?
I think it's gone fantastically well. We're about to launch a big IWAN push working with Cisco. That's going really well. We've also collaborated with Riverbed and a number of other players on NFV-based solutions. It's all part of our cloud of cloud strategy that Global Services is driving. And also we've built a lot of infrastructure out. We're actually platform agnostic. You can either host in our data center, or you can host in someone else's, or you can host on Microsoft Azure or on AWS, and we've created a platform with BT Cloud Connect that enables you to do that and work with the platform that you want to work with, but also with our services, be it voice, cloud-based services, or security services, or network connectivity services. So I think things have moved on tremendously. There's still some challenges and maturity, but things are going really well.
So that's in the data center area, in the cloud area. Obviously, I know you want to kind of leverage it more in the retail space, and you guys have done a launch in the mobile space, and maybe more coming with EE next year. What, again, advances have you done in the last sort of 12 months around that area?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing more and more virtualized based CDN services. We've deployed that in the retail space, helping us serve content and TV to customers. Still very early stages, still not quite there on the maturity level, but it's progressing well. I think in mobile, actually, where we're looking at NFV and SDN on the mobile side is how we would do a hybrid solution. So if you imagine a fixed network, also mixed in with a mobile network, there's many different use cases from, always on, if there's a failure, backup resilience, to broadband boost. Can we speed up the network for customers during certain peak times? Also using it to try and find more reach out in rural areas. Is there an opportunity to use mobile technology there? And then using SDN to bring the two of those together. So imagine the use case where you have a fault in the network. Perhaps your broadband line's gone down for some reason. We automatically detect that, and we would signal to your BT mobile service that, we know that you've got a broadband problem, so we've enabled personal hotspot and we've enabled unlimited data whilst we fix the problem. And later on today I'm going to talk about that in my presentation.
Okay. One of the other kind of things we want to know about is how you feel you are versus all the other operators in Europe. There's kind of a certain little bit of a race going on to be first to commercialise services. Sure. Where do you kind of benchmark yourselves versus the rest of the industry?
I think in terms of understanding the technology, I think we're probably quite out there in front. We've driven a lot of the creation of some of the NFV and SDN forums. We're engaged where we need to be. Frankly, actually, we don't really care where we are. What we care about is what customers want. And we're not going to deploy anything until we are absolutely sure it's a robust service for customers. And we're doing well there. We've deployed a number of cloud-based NFV and SDN services, and customers are happy with it. We've got much more to learn and much more to teach customers about that, but we're really focused on ensuring that what we launch is the right thing for our customers. And if that means we're a bit slower than the other guys, so be it. We think the customer's much more important.
Okay. So what is your biggest challenge in that area then, to find out what's right for customers?
I think our big challenge is actually around the whole engagement with customers, making sure they understand this technology, but also how do you take an order for a virtualized thing and actually roll it out? How do you then monitor it? How do you manage it? How do you look after it? How do you take that service and make it interact with another service? And that whole IT stack space for delivering NFV SDN services is still hugely immature, and we're working both with our own technology but also with partners such as Oracle to see if there's a way that we can move that forward.
Now let's talk about the vendor community, and I think again when we spoke last time you said you really wanted them to prove that what they're doing is really different in the market. Overall, have you been kind of pleased or disappointed with what you've seen so far?
A bit of both. I think there's still a lot of people doing the same thing. It feels very much the same thing. I think there's a couple of stars out there. I think Alcatel-Lucent with Nuage, they're definitely blazing the charge in data center. I think Cisco with IWAN and some of the stuff they're doing in McRae is absolutely making us think about how we evolve those services, and we are working to launch with Cisco on that. But there's also some other interesting small guys out there, new guys in the market. So Viptela, who've got a very interesting VPN service that's very easy for us to roll out and has a lot of security in it. And security is one of the big challenges in any technology, and something that more and more, when I talk to CIOs, it's something they're much more focused on than probably ever they have been before.
Okay, Neil, thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Cheers.